I wonder how long it's taking for you guys to notice that I just film all of the food videos in one day. What's up, guys and ghouls? Today I have another food tutorial for you for 31 days of Halloween. I'm gonna show you guys how to make spooky graveyard taco dip. I have literally been making this taco dip for as long as I can remember. My mom actually gave me the recipe, and I recently found a way, actually I say recently, but I mean last Halloween. I found a way to make it more spooky and Halloween themed, so I think you guys are really gonna enjoy this. And it takes about 20 minutes to prepare, so let's start. You're gonna start with any type of deep casserole dish. You can even buy the ones that are made out of aluminum foil at like a grocery store. You're gonna need sour cream, refried beans. I just prefer vegetarian. I think the flavor is a lot better. Chopped olives and green chilies, some shredded cheese, and a tomato that you are going to chop up. I always like to start by first opening all of my canned items. Careful when you're doing this because the cans can become very sharp and cut you. I know from experience. Now with the green chilies, you can choose to drain it if you'd like. I usually do. Look at that, the olives, they're coming a long way. Just pop them open. Yes. So you're gonna want some sort of flat kitchen, I don't know what this is called, spatula. And you're also gonna want a large spoon. We're gonna take the refried beans and we're just gonna put, ooh, that looks appetizing, right? I can't wait to eat that. You're just gonna flatten it out with your spoon initially. Do not get rid of your spoon, we're gonna use it again. I'm just gonna put the spoon to the side and then I'm gonna use this guy to kind of flatten it out. Now what's really cool about bean dip is that you really can make it what you want. So if you prefer putting onions on your bean dip, feel free. If you prefer jalapenos, feel free. You can really add any items that you enjoy personally. This is the bean dip that I've just always made because I'm not a big fan of onions. I like jalapenos, but I really think the green chilies give this a little bit of a better flavor. I'm putting both of my little spreaders to the side and I'm gonna pop open one of the sour creams. Now usually when I make this, I use an entire thing and a half of sour cream. I'm gonna put this in initially and see how much I actually need to use. And just using the same spoon that I just used, I'm gonna go ahead and flop this down in different places. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need more than one. So I recommend grabbing 2 containers of it. A lot of times they're buy one get one free, so you're not really losing any money on that. Also, I just remembered that Ian does not like sour cream, so I'm gonna try to be considerate and only do sour cream on half. So now that I decided that, I'm not even gonna use this other one. If you know you have friends that'll be consuming your dip that do not enjoy sour cream, you can always be considerate and just do half of the dip. The next step is cheese. This is the fun part. Now you're not gonna wanna use your entire package of cheese because we are gonna wanna finish it off with a little bit more cheese on top. You're gonna just put cheese all over the dip so that it's pretty much covered. I'm leaving a little bit left so I can put it on at the very end as well. Next, I'm going to do the green chilies and the chopped olives. Now, I'm a weirdo, but I've made this so many times that I found that using a fork is just like the easiest way to spread it without like dumping it on and trying to like spread it around with the cheese at this point. So what I do is I take my fork and I just kind of hover over the dip and I use the fork to kind of just let it fall into place. And then from here, I can spread a little bit more evenly, but it just makes it a lot easier so you're not trying to spread one giant glob. And I'm going to do the same thing with the olives. I'm just going to kind of let them fall where they fall, and then I'll spread the bigger areas once I'm done. Now because it is graveyard dip, I use a little bit more olives than necessary because I want it to look like dirt. Now I'm going to slice my tomato up, and I recommend if you've never worked with a sharp knife before, or if you're just uncomfortable, have someone of older age help you out so you don't hurt yourself. So I'm just going to slice these up. The reason I do it like this is because it allows me to see how much tomato I've actually cut up. So if I think that I have too much, I have the ability to just put the rest of it in a plastic baggie and save it for another time. I didn't mention it in the beginning, but make sure that you wash your hands before you actually make this because other people are going to be ingesting this. Now we're going to finish off the dip by topping it off with the rest of the cheese that we have, and at this point I kind of just pour it all over. Now on to the graveyard part. So while I am preparing the little tombstones and the tree, I'm going to put this in the fridge and keep it cold. Okay, so this part is a little weird, I'm not going to lie to you, but you're going to take a tortilla. Now this one kind of has seen air, so it's already a little hard. It's fine because honestly, this is not really going to be consumed, it's just for decoration. So you're going to take your tortilla, and the first thing you're going to want to do is cut it in half. Okay, so on this side, I'm going to make the tree. I'm going to make a slice right here. Now, being very careful because it is a tortilla, remember, I'm going to cut up and I'm going to create some branches. Now remember, it does not have to be perfect. I'm gonna very gently pull off the parts that I made the indentations on. Alright, so my tree looks kind of silly, but I'll show you why. I only had one tortilla left, so it's fine. But here's my tree. Now on this, I think that I have enough here that I can make a tombstone out of it. So what I'm gonna do is just cut this edge off, and I'm also gonna cut this edge off, and voila, we have a tombstone. So I'm gonna get rid of my extra pieces right here. This piece is actually a little harder, but it's not hard enough that I can't rip my shapes. So these are the shapes for the tombstones and the tree. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna take these, I'm just gonna lay them right directly onto a sheet tray. There's no need to like put anything under them. They're just going on a sheet tray. And I already have my oven preheated to 350. So I'm just gonna put that in my oven, and voila, we wait. Okay, so I just took them out of the oven. There's really no specific cook time. You just need to do it until they become like a tortilla chip. So I waited until they browned a little bit, and now they are very hard. So these are the little tombstones, and I have my little creepy tree. The dip has been in the fridge for a little while. We are going to add the gravestones. So literally, it's as easy as it looks. Now I usually position my dip front facing, just because I feel like this kind of gives a better effect in that way. But literally, you just put these in, place the tree, and you are ready to go. And there you have it, your spooky taco dip. Anyway, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed watching this tutorial on how to make the graveyard taco dip. I know that it will be gone within like a minute because it is definitely the highlight of every party that I've ever had. So I'm having a party tonight actually, because I made all of the food for these videos in one day. So I invited all of my friends over to come drink the drinks and eat the food. So guaranteed it'll be gone first thing. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like it if you did, and I will see you guys tomorrow with another 31 days of Vlogoween video. Bye everyone.
Every day, 'cause someday it will be your turn, and if you wrong, your soul will burn. Stay away when the ghosts and the goblins play, when the hands of the watchful of midnight better get in out of sight.